Missed opportunity not making this one. Slow and steady wins the race.
War creates opportunities for the criminal underworld to disrupt and exploit the unstable situation within the Republic.
This comes from Hostage Crisis, which we technically haven't watched yet. Believe it or not, we still got to go back to season 1, which doesn't make a lot of sense as to why they would put this footage here, knowing that it's all out of whack timeline-wise. I am still so confused as to why they do this jumping around, even in season 7. So weird. Holy shit, Coruscant actually looks like a city from above for once. I mean, it obviously gets weirder the longer you look at it. Why are there so many different lines and circles with lights on and so many that aren't?
In an effort to find a corrupt and vile art.
Hang on, Tom. We got some work to do here. For some reason, this sign just says hot. And oh my god, guys, it's another Star Wars Ross! I'm still so confused about this. Okay. Another hot way up there. Then this red one says sail. If I'm not mistaken, we already saw these exact signs in Zilby Strikes Back, right?
Yep.
Hang on. Oh my god, don't tell me that this is the same block too. Why? Okay, never mind. All right, never mind. Judging by the distance these blocks are apart, they're way closer in this one than the Zillow one. I don't see any of the other signs. Just like 1,000 Rosses. Why didn't I realize that day how many Rosses there were? All right, well, they clearly have the same sign assets, although they're not the same signs from Holocron Heist. Anyway, this one over here and back there is a little bit harder. It clearly says Kaaba up there. Then there's a T down here. Let me just move the footage over. Okay, well, this is definitely an E, and then maybe R? Cabaret? That's basically a play, right? So I guess maybe just a theater? Whatever, and this one says Star Tour? I want to say we've seen this poster already, but it definitely shows up in future episodes. It's actually a poster of 2 Nautiluns, and the rest of the poster says, Star Tours, Glee Ansem, call 1-800-555-6576 now. Anyone got their phone on them? Anyone? Whoa, where's your paper bag, bro? Lucasfilm's version of letting you know he's a scumbag without putting a cigarette or whatever in his hands. Because, no, we can't do that. Not for kids.
Korra is an arms dealer selling Republic weapons on the black market. According to intelligence, he's inside this joint.
Intelligence? You mean Obi-Wan's alcoholic ass? Hey, a green Kowakian monkey lizard. Because, of course. Is Star Wars speciest? You've got to admit, we always have the same species as the lowlives. We've got the classic Rhodians, the Ithorians, the Weequays, the Bith, the Twi'leks, the Quarren. I mean, come on, George. You probably have hundreds of aliens to choose from. I'll give them that it might be a matter of assets made at this point through the show, but you're not fooling me. You could have put some humans in there.
You stay here, in case he tries to escape.
Just like always.
Whoa, Matt, wait! All right, thanks, dude. These might be too blurry to read, but this one says M-A... No fucking way that's Max Rebo himself? All right, this one says D-A-S... okay, next line is S-I-G-W-E... You know what? This poster shows up in Rebels. Hang on.
Many months later.
Finally, man, I knew it! Okay. Dasha Sigweed, apparently? Hang on. It might be a play on these DJs from London called Sasha and John Digweed? Interesting. Oh shit, hang on, it's the poster for the other people just vibing, having a revolution or whatever. While we're here, hang on, this one says PJRANGTHANG. Rang Tang? Let's look this one up too, might as well. Oh, no shit. It's the fucking DJ from Hunt for Zero. Damn, dude. What the hell is happening right now? Hey, wait, hang on. A few shots later in Rebels, and this is the same Max Rebo poster from Coruscant. Why the hell are these few posters not around more often? And why are they in Rebels? Peggy? Is that really you? This is the same peg-leg pirate asset from Dooku Captured, of course, who was loading up all that stuff when Dooku rolled up. He had this red monkey lizard all up on him, but I guess that could just be one of the more scandalous crumbs who gets around the whole group, getting them into drunk bar fights and shit. This other guy looks like the one outside of Dooku's cell. I remember that random-ass armor he had on, but that guy also had a big old braid in the back of his head. Unless he got it cut, I think they might just be using the same assets, guys. I don't know. It's weird that they all come out running, right? How many times do we see people get murked and everyone's just like, can someone just get this guy out of here so we can keep drinking? Also, what do you know? Nothing with the same exact species we mentioned earlier. No humans allowed, I guess.
My lightsaber.
Oh, sorry. Except for this one single other species. Come on. And then what? Everyone said fuck it and started walking? I mean, nothing else goes down this corridor, so it's people leaving the bar. Why does everyone look so sad now? Running hurts.
My master's gonna kill me.
H-C-H-E-S. Aches? Yeah, these guys ache too. Anyway, this top part is mostly covered, but it's probably an S, then D, E, R. Stir. I'm sure we'll see this again somewhere else. All right, dude, this is so damn annoying. Get some different species out here. Oh, hey, wait a minute. N-O-O-D. Noodle? I don't know what this is up here, but this absolutely says bar. So, noodle bar. I live for that kind of shit.
This isn't happening.
Whoa, okay, let's do this, baby. M-A-N-A-G-E. Then S-P-E-C-I-A-L-L-Y. S-H-O-U-L-D. Manage specially shoulder aches? What the fuck? And then on the sides, it says open. I swear, man, I'm dying to ask Dave about how they think of what to write. Sometimes it's absurd how many hidden things there are in the show. Typing this on Google gives you absolutely zero input, but it's here, clear as day. At this rate, when this series is over, I'm starting my own pedia for this show. Clone Wars pedia. There's far too many things happening here, and we're barely 2 minutes into the episode.
Where were you?
Somewhere in the writer's room, Dave said, you know, we can make this Weequay look pretty badass with this head thing and face paint, but you better make sure you remember to put a smiley face on his shoulder, because this is a show for kids, guys. Come on, don't you care about the kids?
I was checking out a suspect. I had a bad feeling about him. It was nothing.
What's with this line? Why is it the only one doubled? Was this an accident?
Master, is it all right if I go to the library and do some research?
I'll take care of our little friend here.
Why are you running? You literally just got permission? Hello?
I'm sure if you explain your loss to your master, he'll understand.
He tells me over and over, your lightsaber is your life.
Come on, move your head, Grandma New. Well, we can see ST, scene on RUSCAN, Coruscant. Wanted for... Oh, holy shit. Hang on, guys. We have to actually restart the song that we used for the random reading stuff because I can't believe there's been this much reading shit. Okay, hang on. Last scene on Coruscant for wanted for murder? I mean, I'd probably let her murder me too. She seems like my type. Creepy purple eyeshadow and lips with weird dreads and a shaved patch on her forehead. Is this still her hair? This is surprisingly a random extra from A New Hope, of course. And there you can clearly see her braids wrapped around her head horizontally. Not these weird, ugly-ass vertical bangs she's got going on here. It's like they picked both. They meant to have them horizontally right here, but accidentally kept the nubs for some reason when they cut this chunk of forehead out.
Pickpockets aren't my field of expertise. That is Terra Sanube. He happens to be an expert on the Coruscant crime world.
Pardon me, Master Sanube?
Who? I was just resting my eyes.
Other than the sides, Sanube really be walking around with an absolute banger of a Karen haircut. I think I remember way back on our watch of Supply Lines that I mentioned Master Dai being the only Jedi I can think of with those weird patterns on his cloak. These aren't the same, but it's interesting that him and Jocasta decided this lame-ass robe wasn't cool enough and have the only ones I know of with designs in them. You guys know who voices Sanube? Greg Baldwin, the dude who voiced Uncle Iroh from Avatar when the original voice actor Mako passed away. Also, the infamous Aku from Samurai Jack, and in this show, that Cassis dude from Bounty Hunters. And I never mentioned it in that episode, but he also voiced fucking the infamous Serapis. Also, in that episode, he voiced a weird Weequay with the red and yellow face. One of the Dougs in Zillow Beast, and I'm sure he's gonna pop up again somewhere. Such a great voice cast for this show, man, I swear.
Hello, Master Sanube.
Good morning, Jocasta.
Morning? How long have you been asleep? Jesus. I get the underworld is unreliable as to when this all went down, considering it's under the world, but the sky looked crazy for a morning, by our standards, I guess. Get a job, dude. And Jocasta, this guy's got a bed somewhere. Don't just stand there all day and let him fuck his old ass neck up even more than it already is. Inconsiderate jerk.
I was told you could help me?
I'll leave you two to your business.
At least they got her a lightsaber, right? Crazy they made hers different since she literally uses it only once, let alone show us again.
I could tell he definitely came from one of the aquatic planets. You know, one of the water worlds.
Just to clarify, aqua means water. I know you're old and whatnot, so I figured I'd just drop that stupid ass line in just to really drive the point home.
You're saying there was something fishy about him.
Come on, don't be such a dick. It was worth at least a chuckle.
Where would he go? Your little pickpocket. Maybe the gun market to sell the lightsaber.
Gun market? Yeah. That checks out. Also, I find it hard to believe on Coruscant anyways getting away with selling a lightsaber. Underworld or not, that's terrible inventory on Yoda's part if that's the case.
He was a Petrolian. That's a fish guy.
How the hell do you know that? How could you possibly come to that conclusion from one of the water worlds? I mean, hello? Mon Cala? Gliansum? I mean, hell, we saw how many Quarrens were down there. Are these guys literally descendants of fish? Aren't we all? Maybe not in Star Wars, I guess. Also, how are you telling me Jocasta couldn't even get the right species? Did Ahsoka just not tell her that he was from one of the infamous water worlds? She's just looking at random ass species. That's on you, Ahsoka.
Is it one of these fishes?
Why does this come off as racist too? I guess specious. People eat fish here. Jeez, man. What's with this episode? 2024 would have canceled you so hard right now.
That's him!
How did this happen? Where did the other screen go? And come on, I want to see the rest. All we have is N, then RY. But I need more.
According to the file, his name is Bonamu.
Bonamu? All right, bro. You do you with that whack-ass name.
Thank you, Master Sanube.
I haven't been on assignment in years.
I have been sleeping at this desk in the library this whole time. Besides that one time, I magicianed my ass into the comms room to talk to Grievous.
If you don't slow down, you're not going to find what you're looking for.
It would be nice to have company.
This whole episode is based off Stray Dog, a film by Akira Kurosawa, where a detective tries to track down his pistol that was stolen with the help of a more experienced investigator. It's kind of weird that they put in memory of Akira Kurosawa before the opening intro in Bounty Hunters, but not this one. Bounty Hunters actually comes way later in production, so I'm confused as to why they picked it there, but not here too. Or first, rather. This shot of him walking off looks a little janky, especially when you keep rewatching it. Everything gets weird and blurry as the camera pans. I don't know why it keeps catching my attention. The infamous Star Wars Ross strikes again! Here the sign says, noodles. Yeah, I guess that checks out. This is like seeing a McDonald's and Burger King on the same block. Coruscant really likes its noodles, huh? I love how weird this guy gets over his noodles as he just looks over slowly like, hey, don't you fucking watch me eat these noodles. Dave says you're not allowed to see how these weird side mouths work.
Can I help you?
Nope, eyepiece, my guy. It kind of looked like he had Fennec's robotic colon thing going on. You been out to Tatooine lately?
We're looking to buy a lightsaber.
Come with me.
Even the Ithorian is like, oh shit, man, how am I supposed to eat these noodles right now? I should have thought this through. Come with me, literally 7 feet over here, so this weird-ass Ithorian guy doesn't hear us, but everybody walking by does.
How much are you willing to pay?
You'll give it to me.
I love Coruscant, I swear. This sign says, massage. And then this one in the back is the noodle bar sign from earlier. I guess that was a cocktail glass we saw before.
How much?
20,000.
Do you have the item with you?
Why is noodle bar all blurry now? Weird.
If I can get it.
From him?
Who are these guys?
They're Jedi.
What gave that away? Was it the fact that they're the only two different species out here right now?
We were just doing our old friend Banamu a favor.
That's my lightsaber he stole.
That makes a difference.
Tell me where he is.
I hope you remember this and do me a favor.
Ah, yes. Well, you see, a little hard out here when I've seen your asset like 46 times already, but yeah. Yeah, you got it, dude.
He's not that far away. He's at the Spider Arms hostel.
Do you guys know who this is voiced by? Here, I'll give you another second to listen to it.
He's not that far away. He's at the Spider Arms hostel.
Yeah, I didn't think you were gonna get it, but it's fucking Matt Lanter. This Matt Lanter. I know, right? What the fuck? Dude is killing it right now. If I wasn't such a nerd, I'd have had no idea. Oh, and also, James Arnold Taylor is the Korran dude, which is a little more believable for some reason. Oh my god, let's fucking go right now! I-D-E-R-A-R. Oh, duh, hang on. Spider Arm. The Spider Arm hostel. He just said it. Cabaret again. C-A-B. Ah, damn. Oh, hang on. T-E. Wait, this is upside. Oh, come on. Whatever, man. I can't stop. This is an addiction at this point, okay? Hey, you fellas again. Imagine that. All right, so this Rhodian is a pretty compelling case for you to think, oh, it must be a Pula Blossom that we saw back on Rhodia in Bombad Jedi. And I've made the comparison a few times in the show, like the episode Defenders of Peace, and even the last one, The Deserter. And as similar as they all look, I realized I was dead wrong. They're not the same plant. It turns out the ones that we've been seeing outside of Rhodia are actually Jogan fruit. I know. I was just as surprised as you were until I watched Rebels a few weeks ago, and he literally mentions it right in the beginning. This is probably a Jogan fruit. My bad, guys. I'll finish up this video and go ahead and pack up what little of a YouTube career I've garnered thus far and get the hell out of here. Stupid ass overanalyzing Star Wars.
May I help you?
We know where we're going.
You know where you are going.
I mean, shit, that'll do it. I love this weird stick my whole body outside this cage thing he does as he repeats this back to them. Oh, you guys, I almost forgot. You're never gonna fucking believe who voices this Rhodian. It's none other than our boy Obi-Wan, James Arnold Taylor.
We must be careful not to warn him.
He could be in any one of these rooms.
This has to be graffiti of a Deveronian or whatever, right? The dude with the horns and the pointy ears that we've seen in A New Hope, and most recently, I guess, The Mandalorian?
You need to be more quiet.
Okay.
Not quiet with your mouth, quiet with your mind.
That's what she said.
You're so anxious to find this pickpocket that your worry is equal to his.
Dropping wisdom bars out here, though, I gotta say.
You mean if I relax, I can sense Banamoo's anxiety?
You would realize he's in this room.
Well, I just so happen to realize that this is the same graffiti from before, just mirrored. Crazy, right? Can you imagine? Jeez, who the hell drew this? What, did Cut and Sue stay here once and Jack drew this ugly-ass thing? It looks like his artwork, if you ask me.
Well.
Psst, guys, you'll never believe this, but this is the same screen Terra Sanube was looking at when trying to find where this fish man was.
Who are you? What do you want?
Someone to call a Luigi. This is also James Arnold Taylor. I think I forgot to mention it. That dude does so many voices in the show, it's crazy.
I know have it. I swear I got rid of it, yeah.
What did you do with it?
I don't recall.
You little...
Ahsoka!
This dude has no idea. You should have seen her with New Gunray before. Dude would have had a heart attack.
You're looking a little too young to be a Jedi.
Yet now he's just like, oh shit, man, this is getting serious. Let me get a better seat for this shit show. How is this any better, my guy?
His name is Movers, yes. Neck Movers.
But to some people call him a Luigi. This guy's got some hella creepy teeth going on. I've always wondered if they're inspired by anglerfish, those creepy ass things at the bottom of the ocean from Finding Nemo.
Knack movers?
He's a very dangerous one, well known in the underworld.
How does Ahsoka know about this dude? She's basically met him before, but we'll get to that.
You can find him with his girlfriend. She has a place on the Upper East Side of our happy land.
Well, at least you know where your lightsaber is.
It's in the hands of a killer. This is exactly what I was afraid of.
Killer? No way, Jose. Not on my watch. Pickpocket? I mean, no big deal, really. But killer? No can do. Damn, man, that Upper East Side ain't looking too bad right about now. These hallways basically look like the Jedi Temple. If you pay attention to whatever this flap thing is covering Ahsoka's Togrutas, you can see it randomly clipping through her skirt as she walks. Huh. I never noticed that one until now. You're probably all here for some introspective analysis on how this affects Ahsoka's character. Meanwhile, I'm over here just fascinated with the way Sanuba's cane thing looks like a dinosaur foot. And the way it interacts with the ground, it's like there's some flexibility to the way it moves. Like it's not completely rigid. You guys are really in the wrong place if you're here for all that shit right now. This episode is one of the wildest ones I've ever done so far. Only 10 minutes in and we basically know every sign on Coruscant and the same 5 species for miles.
What is it?
I believe we've reached our destination.
I know you're sick of me probably at this point, but this just so happens to be the same asset as got knocked from Downfall of a Droid. That's what I meant earlier by Ahsoka having met him. She didn't really meet him. They did at least change the color of his outfit though, despite it being the same exact one, so good attempt, I guess, but you're not fooling me, Dave.
He's dead.
Are they gone?
Who's gone?
The men who killed Knack. Oh.
In keeping up with the random voice actors in this episode, do you know which actress voices Ione? Want to give it a good old rewind?
The men who killed Knack. Oh.
Her name is Meredith Salinger, but you'd better know her as Barris. Crazy, right? She does other voices in this show, and I'll try and point them out when we get there.
I came home and found him here like this.
Why were you hiding?
I was afraid.
She seems terrified, yet I sense something else is troubling her.
I love this mobster-ass portrait in the background of the two of them, Mr. and Mrs. Movers. Seems like they took the liberties to make him way taller than his asset would have you believe, though. This and those historic Nemoidian-looking paintings are so much fun for me, man. Oh shit, it's Darth Maul! On a serious note, Cassie over here is a Torellian Django jumper, who also just so happens to be the same species as the 8th brother Inquisitor in Rebels. But more importantly, her design is based off early concept art for Darth Maul, where they basically were just trying to make something out of a nightmare. And yep, I'd say they succeeded a little too well. She kind of reminds me a little bit of Sally from The Nightmare Before Christmas, with this like Stitch thing going on though.
To die.
And those fucking shorts? Are you sure? Damn, Lucasfilm is no stranger to the thick thigh save lives movement. What the hell happened to Cassie? Out here looking like me in yoga pants.
How does this work? My lightsaber! You're a Jedi?
You just blowing from Stupid Town?
Did you not know it was a lightsaber? Do you know anything? What a weird reaction. And even if she was thinking Ahsoka stole it, she wouldn't have said some Jedi's lightsaber. Are these words? Call me crazy, but they look like an N and E over here, at least. What? I mean, at the very least, whatever it is, it's copy and pasted for sure. Neon lights? I don't know, maybe. I can't help but get Honor Landing Dark Soul vibes here, and I'm all about it. I don't know if it's just me. Well, I see why they call you a Django jumper.
I found the intruder and she has my lightsaber. She's a Torellian Django jumper.
So the assailant is a female?
All right, thighs? No. But I guess you can get a booty rocking everywhere too, said Dave.
I am sure my little friend will catch up to your intruder. You have nothing to worry about.
Grandpa Sanube will keep you safe in my armpit. Look at how damn gigantic Sanube looks compared to Ione in this shot. Is this normal? Sanube O'Neil over here? At least Coruscant makes sense seeing these fruit or whatever, because you can probably get anything imported. All right, I got another confession to make. Upon doing some more research about this fucking fruit, I've hit a wall. Apparently, the guide for this episode explicitly states that the fruit the Rodian was about to eat in the lobby is native to Rhodia, seen in season 1, but they aren't more specific than that. But Wikipedia doesn't have where the Jogan fruits are native, so what gives? I'm at a loss right now. Are these Pula blossoms or are these Jogan fruit? I will say, in the Wikipedia picture, the Jogan fruit have like a little butthole thing, so I don't know. The Pula blossoms don't seem to. We'll figure it out someday. Actually, I'm sure even Dave has no idea.
Your friend Knack wasn't a very good fighter, was he? Or maybe he was poisoned.
What?
He'd be stronger than the average man, though, wouldn't you say?
Well, if he's anything like God knocked over there, nah, probably not. You're right. I don't really get the point in all this. This is supposed to be his girlfriend. They have a portrait in his room together, so seemingly they've been bumping uglies for a while. Why did she even kill him? To get the lightsaber? The dude is clearly loaded. What gives? Why poison him?
I guess.
So is this supposed to be facial hair? It's basically the same color as his hair. I think that might have been the intention. I'm intrigued. It's not quite a goatee, but now I want to know how this would look on a person.
You said a group of men killed your friend Knack Movers. Yet my Padawan described the assailant as a female.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to be making that assumption in 2024, Sanube. Sanube? Cancelled.
I didn't get a good look.
I also...
Hold the phone here for just a minute. Remember how I said something about people's ears in the show kind of freaking me out? Well, this is next level weird, dude. What the hell is this double ear thing in there? And is there an ear hole somewhere? I guess not. Creepy. For some reason, her pupils are shaped so weird. They look like the same shape, kind of, but not symmetrical. So it's really unsettling once you notice it.
I also contacted the authorities to come here.
You're very kind.
Woo, let's go! We got soda. Nice. And obviously the infamous Sky Tours poster. What a cool idea for a billboard vibe or whatever. Jesus, this thing is literally just falling who knows how far down. Imagine how many people got straight murked by that thing. It's a little weird that her just cutting these makes them fall. Are they inflatable or something? Talk about safety regulations. I love this. This is the same Palpatine message we saw back in Zilla B Strikes Back, and he's defending the Jedi, saying, the accusations that the Jedi created the Clone Wars to give themselves more power within the government is absurd, and I will not stand for it. Which is dope as fuck, in my opinion, to see something like this, because for me, those things are really interesting to think about. Like how the Jedi are viewed in the public and how Palpatine might address those things. What's cool about it is that it's a complete 180 by the time the Revenge of the Sith rolls around.
Ironic.
Where Palpatine is spreading that lie to everyone, after having defended them here. Nice little bow tie on all of it, in my opinion. Side note, what the hell are these things made out of exactly? This slant does not feel like it's enough to keep Ahsoka just upright like that. You got glue on your hands or something? Is this made of double-sided tape? What the hell is this?
You should have a seat.
Take a seat.
You've become even more nervous.
It's upsetting.
Obviously, the text under him is a little hard to read since it's moving, but doing some digging, apparently it says Kuat Drive Yards Award before being cut off. This dude was headed straight for the sign a few seconds ago, and now he's going from a completely different direction, and his ship is the only one coming from there. This is why you shouldn't text and fly, folks.
You're in league with the bounty hunter.
It's interesting he refers to her as a bounty hunter. How did he know that? Just because she killed him? So far, I would just call them thieves or criminals, but we see no such bounty hunting taking place. You and your old ass accusations. Same thing with the dudes from earlier, voiced by James and Matt. They're listed as bounty hunter number 1 and 2, but they seem like they're just shady thieves. That's not how the word bounty hunter works, right?
Arrest her! Off she goes, always rushing.
Damn youngins, always rushing.
I had to run. Just get over to J Street and pick me up.
It's about time you use the Force to do something here, Ahsoka. You had a lot of opportunities to do that before, but only take advantage of it when our girl riding that pole. What a crazy assumption to make that she wouldn't fall off and just get straight murked. Do you see how damn long that pole is? Do you understand how physics works, Ahsoka? Dave? Dave?
I see you've learned patience, young one.
Where'd you get that speeder?
SP. What? Secret police? I don't know, but you can see the Republic insignia on the back over there.
You're driving too slow!
We'll cut them off at the train station.
How do you know they're headed there?
I planted a tracking device on Ione.
Seems like a bit of a leap. How did you know that? It's not like this thing has a map and little red dots, and even if the beeping got louder, it just seems like a weird assumption to make. You weren't even looking at it, just cruising a minute ago. Out of all the horrendous things we've seen animation-wise so far, these windows always piss me off. If you're not going to take the time to make them look right, just don't put them in at all, maybe. Also, can I just point out that we still only have the same few species walking around? You have human assets, Lucasfilm. I've seen them. What gives? Even droids would be nice. Woo, poster time! It's pretty hard to make out, actually. Never mind. Cool Egyptian-looking guy on there or whatever, though.
Hold up.
Ah, yes, okay, hang on. I don't know about this one, but U-R-B-A-N-K. Burbank? Maybe? Like California? That makes sense, I guess. And here is G-L-E-N-D. Glendale. Okay, so that confirms Star Wars being in our universe. A galaxy too, apparently. Next is A-R-A-B-I-A. Arabia? What the fuck? And then A-L-D-E-R-A. Alderaan. Really? Well, that makes perfect fucking sense. Yeah, forget about the top part. I have no idea. Ah, it's our boy Peggy. What brings you out this way, my dude? Cassie's face is so smooth and plastic looking, it just feels weird. Is this supposed to be a mask? Well, look above her ear. You can see her hair kind of underneath it. Oh boy, I really want to fucking know what this says, but I severely doubt we'll ever find out. I bet it's something random as hell, though. Why do I get the vibe that these two are bumping uglies in the house behind Nak's back? Am I the only one? All right, Peggy, you're not fooling me. We just saw you in the past few shots somewhere else. Are you telling me this is the same asset? No way, not Lucasfilm. That's impossible. Oh, holy shit, no way. Okay. Let's settle down here, class. S-E-F-S-W-D-A-V-J... never mind. This is just some random ass text. Someone at Lucasfilm just decided to go fucking nuts on the keyboard for some reason, and this means nothing. Come on, man. I love this thing in the back that looks like a subway map. I don't know why I'm so fascinated by details like this, but it really tickles my overanalyzing fancy, I must say.
Stop them!
Oh, you're under arrest.
Not unlike Peggy, we saw this Rodian couple when we first rolled up walking around, but this female Rodian looks like that dipshit mom from Children of the Force. Only she was more green and wearing a different outfit, so she gets a pass, I guess, for now.
I trust you didn't mean to be rude.
I have nothing more to say to you, Jedi.
Ah, even she has weird teeth. I wonder if they use old Barnaboo's teeth because they had the assets lying around or whatever. Ione over here is a Salenga species, I guess. And I don't think they're used anywhere else in Star Wars, which I find rather interesting.
Perhaps you meant to be a little rude.
Woo! And we have it again. What's with people sticking to things they shouldn't stick to in this episode? How are you not fucking dead right now? I love moments where we just randomly see everyday civilians just doing shit. You know, just another Korran and Rodian and Bith and Twi'lek and Ithorian taking the train or whatever. Nothing to see here, folks. Anyone else dig those kind of vibes? That's called world building.
Surrender now.
Or prepare to fight.
And turn the lightsaber lightsaber over to me.
There was a Rodian somewhere next to where she grabbed that kid, and he seemingly vanishes. And that kid, also no eyebrows, yet still doesn't look as ugly as the one on Ryloth. And you guys have been giving me shit for that again, but look at the Twilight girls. They all have eyebrows, and they're designed with them in mind. The dudes have these weird chunk of eyebrow muscle or whatever up there to compensate. I get making fun of sick kids is wrong, but you'll never convince me otherwise about that creepy ass girl.
I've got a lightsaber, and I'm as powerful as a Jedi.
In Star Wars these days? Yeah, basically, actually. Although that doesn't explain why as soon as you realized Ahsoka was a Jedi, you jumped right out the window.
I'll trade myself for them. You know how much I'm worth to the Jedi. It's a good deal.
Ahsoka feeling a little Italian for a second, apparently. For some reason, it always pisses me off more than it should the way they seemingly forget to animate Cassie's mouth here with what the voice actress does. You could at least try to excuse it at first, but then she takes that giant-ass gulp of air at the end. You don't usually see screw-ups to that magnitude with character voices, unless you count the clones in Brain Invaders just making bug noises, but clearly speaking human words.
You'd use some kind of Jedi force trick on me. No deal.
I love Sinube's lightsaber cane. I can't even lie. A lot of you guys mentioned him having a white lightsaber. I get that it's pretty light, but that's clearly blue, right? Am I crazy? Anyway, the cane part is cool enough, but the handle, man, I'm invested. Imagine fucking just skewering somebody with that thing, holding it like a cane still. And I love the way he just knocks her the fuck out with that dinosaur foot thing at the end. The dude is a savage.
You always seem to get ahead of me.
Value of moving slowly is that one can always clearly see the way ahead.
This shot is actually pretty cinematic for this show so far. The way the light falls on Ahsoka and the blurriness of Cassie dazed as hell and still getting arrested back there, pretty good for season 2. Also, I love the music motif, which makes sense since I'm a cellist, I guess. But Kevin Kiner is so criminally underrated in my opinion. I know it's nothing fancy, but the music always just works so well. Unless it's random electronic music or, God forbid, electric guitars.
I best be getting back to my master before he misses me.
I need one last favor from you.
Name it.
Pass on what you have learned.
I love the sound these sabers make when they shut down. They're all high and wispy, but even Yoda's lightsaber made that noise. That's not what that should sound like. Aren't these training lightsabers? Also, what the hell, man? This flooring is popping. Why didn't you hire the guy who did this floor to do that shitty-ass comms room floor you've got going on with all the weird mismatched 3-year-old shapes? These are those ugly little fuckers that we saw in Grievous Intrigue also run up on Barriss and Ahsoka. And technically, production-wise, this is their first appearance. So they can grab these ugly little fuckers for that episode, yet can't include like 3 other species on Coruscant? What the hell, man?
Hello, old friend.
Greetings, Master Sinube.
I love the idea of Yoda and Sinube just chilling together, smoking a death stick or something, just being old as hell, talking about a bunch of back in my day jokes.
A lesson you have for us today?
A lesson in patience.
Listen to the Padawan, you shall.
This weapon is your life. It is also your responsibility. Don't let it out of your sight.
Kind of weird when you think about her just walking up in here randomly with no heads up for Yoda and to just give this speech. If I were one of the younglings, I'd be like, what the hell is this chick going on about? Can I just turn this thing back on, please? I don't know, man. This episode is definitely a big fat filler fest, and I get the idea that Ahsoka is learning a lesson in patience and that it's supposed to help her progress her character, but you could easily skip this one if you wanted to. That being said, I don't think it's terrible, but it's never been a highlight rewatch for me either. I'm more fascinated by the damn neon signs on Coruscant and a fucking Jogan fruit than I am about Ahsoka's character development that's supposed to be happening here, if that tells you anything. Patron shoutouts! If you want to see the next episode of OSW early, then consider becoming a patron. Link as always in the description down below. And I don't know why it took this long, but we have YouTube memberships now. I know you guys were asking for them, and it's a lot easier anyway, because it's already on YouTube. New YouTube members are going to get the same shoutouts, all the bells and whistles, all that, yada yada. So hit that join button. And subscribe and like if you haven't already. What the heck, guys? The one, the only, Drakmir! The undercover mob boss who runs the underworld on Coruscant secretly established underground laws prohibiting certain species from wandering the streets of Coruscant, put out the hit on Knack Movers so they could have their way with the 2 Wonder Woman. More huge shoutouts go out to my single commander, William Lynch, a space truck driver who delivers food to different markets, accidentally dropped an entire shipment of Jogan fruit in hyperspace, and made a quick pit stop on Rhodia to pick up some Pula blossoms thinking no one would notice. Well, I noticed! More More huge shoutouts go out to my Master Jedi, Devil Boy X, a bouncer in an underground nightclub who has a zero tolerance policy for violence and makes sure that his patrons run at the sight of it. Only for a few seconds though. Running hurts. Marcus Fleischer, the biggest dancer in the mid-rim, finally got their big break, landing a gig at the same nightclub as Max Rebo, and later got a job at Jabba's house. Nephorax, a true connoisseur of all things noodles, secretly opened up a bunch of noodle places to compete with each other like Palpatine, just to laugh at Ithorians who order a bowl. R. McNasty01, a hardworking mechanic, took a vacation to Gleansome because of a poster they saw walking around after seeing how damn big that Nautilin smile was. Zalsis Volpes broke a sweat after running out of that club Devil Boy works at, and after walking immediately decided a cold sweet treat would make them less sad. And Varium, seizing this opportunity, crashed into countless people, rolling their new ice cream cart as fast as possible to catch all those tired patrons walking around Coruscant. No humans allowed though. More huge shoutouts go out to my Jedi Knights, Nick B, Nitro, and Taco Llama. See, I told you guys it wouldn't be 6 months. Thanks for sticking it out with me through this one, guys. This episode was something else. I'm actually recording these patron shoutouts in a car right now, and I don't really want to get into the nitty-gritty of it, but I just want to say I appreciate you guys being here, and I'm gonna do my best with those YouTube memberships and everything and patrons. You guys are probably gonna still get the early shoutouts, but don't be surprised if things are gonna be a little bit harder than they usually are. I'm not saying it's gonna be 10 years. I mean, as you can see, we just did the last, whatever. I love you guys. Get out of here.
Ichaka se tuka